welcome back to another episode of Young and the Stratless. You see, this week we dealt with a lot of confusion amongst individuals who don't really act in a manner in which they say they believe. See, one thing about myself is if your actions don't align with what you preach, it's very hard for me to listen to you. And if you're in the position to be wanting to teach other people, well, it should be very hard for other people to listen to you too. Look, one thing you got to understand is question everything. You see, what we have done with the Strat, and the reason why it's top shelf over here and not that great value Strat. See, you got to understand, to get top shelf, you can't change the recipes. It's got to be like Nona's old world sauce. She wasn't going to let your cousin or your sister, Mama, I want to use Tony Chachere's. Like, no, baby, this is Italian. It works. I know what's not working for you all because you all keep changing the recipes. Don't tell us how to cook the cake when you yourself don't even have the ingredients to make it. This is the weekly Watchlist call. Let's go. Pack. What's good? Where my dogs at? It's your boy FICO Jordan here, back in the driver's seat with my bros. You already know who we got in the building. That guy investing for legacy. What's good?
Good. Ready to hunt. Let's go.
We got the homie Wealthy Soon in the building.
Yo, what's good, family? Let's get it. Ready to eat.
Mr. Check My Resume. What's poppin'?
Good with the pack, fam. Let's go, man.
And anchors always, we got Big Bro, Boss Gang VIP. What's poppin'?
What's good, man? You already know what it is. We had a wonderful week. We're about to have another wonderful week this week. Let's get it.
Hey, a lot of chicken this week. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason why we keep telling you to like and subscribe and click the notification bell. Now, what level of percentage do y'all think individuals could have hit for money that would have been made if they would have literally stick to the rules and just traded our watch list this week? Like, dog.
Exponential.
Bro. It legitimately... You know the movie scene in Batman where Joker was in the parade? Dog, he was just throwing bags of money out the back of the truck. Like, bro, that's what this felt like. And I only brought up the Joker because, you know, everybody else look at us like we the villains. So I go ahead and accept that. We still giving money to the Pope. I put it that way. Yeah.
I'll be a villain.
Straight up. Man, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, look. More heat, more fire this week. We got bangers. Matter of fact, let's do something we ain't never done. Legacy. What your top play this week? Would you say it was AAL?
It was close. That was close. Definitely AAL. But another one that I called last week that I was impressed with was STLD.
Mm-hmm.
And man, that thing went crazy. But ALL, it was definitely the safest, the most comfortable play that I called. The easiest contracts. They only had monthlies. So no weekly crap, so nobody can even clap themselves. A lot of times we end up winning on plays and be up 300%, and people end up saying like, I lost some money. I'm like, how did you lose on this play that this call out? If you just got in on the entry and just waited. But with these, this was no breeze. We got in on a 1-2-2 rev on the week, and man, it's like the price was running away from that entry, brother. It went up 11% on the week. And man, like I said, those monthly contracts were easily over 600%. Some close to 1,000. I'm for sure a little bit closer to the money. I had a little farther out of the money contract, at least $4 out of the money. But I can imagine if I got that close, how we usually do. But it was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was great. We know how to track the money. We seen FinTech doing what it was doing. And we know what was worth getting in on and when it was worth it. And we did what Pack do. We done what Pack does there.
And sometimes you gotta let it do what it do, baby.
Exactly.
Yo, Wealthy Soon, bro. What was your biggest play this week?
I'd say mine was AMRS for sure. That
That
thing
was a
went up
banger.
like 98% on the week. No, excuse me. It went up, yeah, about 98% on the week. The
The
highest being like
underlying stock.
102. Yes, sir.
Nice. Ooh, nice.
Killer, bro. Hey, boss gang. What was your top play this week, bro? That's 98% is crazy.
Top one this week, PACB. I know we've been mentioning genomics. When my man Cam G been mentioning genomics this last week. The entry was at $6.08. The stock hit a high of $14.20.
And just to make this clear, you did not put that was a pack exclusive, right?
That was a pack exclusive, so we like to leave, different things for the pack members, the people that support us. We like to give them opportunities. So, underlying stock, as you can see, went over 100% easily on the underlying stock. Actually, end up finishing the week at 879.
Hey, bro, that's y'all. The resume,
That's chicken right there.
bro. What was your number one play this week?
I was like, man, it's a tough act to follow, man. You should have went with me first. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. I think this week, man, we had JP Morgan Chase, and Staples, MO, Ketchup, Procter and Gamble. That was probably like the main bangers, but I mean, in terms of just the list in general, man, pretty much the majority of the list triggered and went for us this week. I mean, it was wins across the board, but I mean, you guys took the cake though with the underlying movements. Like my little few hundred percent ain't compare. I will bring up CVS though because it was one of the old plays.
Oh, super banger.
Yeah.
Definitely worth bringing up. That was fine. That's fine. Still fine.
Yeah. So that was good, and then the SO play that we've been in from way back, that one was still going.
You're right.
So, man, you guys had the heat for the week, but that's what we do. That's what we do, man.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, look, what you got to understand is the same thought process that goes on in their mind. We try to replicate this in our members, specifically for the point for them to be a more confident and independent trader. Just like I was telling some of the new members today on the call, my whole purpose and job is that I would end up replacing myself with you. Like, so for me, it's about being significant. For the bros, it's about being significant and making an impact for other people so they don't have to rely on someone else to help make them money in the market. So as they transition from being a trader that becomes elite, building up all this chicken, you getting dividend stocks, you building that freedom under your belt, you're going to be able to use the tools that we teach you, not just for trading, but for investing. Man, we got people here smacking on Forex using the same things we teach, though we play options. We in here playing common stock and playing common stock setups better than the individuals who teach how to use the trade common stock. No, you're not going to get better than what you get right here. Speaking of us trying to replicate the way we think, the way we operate, our methodology, we had some PAC members who wanted to be and pass this forward. They wanted to pay it forward, as they would say. I know Legacy Cam, they spoke on a day that I was not here, in terms of what they wanted to do. Can y'all tell the people a little bit about the contest that we'll be announcing the winners for towards the end of the call?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. This came about so organically, so dope. Pretty much how it came about, and literally one of our newer members who's been part of the pack about less than 2 weeks for sure. He's been in the market for over a decade, since 08, I believe he said. And man, just to see the testimony he gave on the live Zoom call that day, the passion, the appreciation, and man, big shouts out to Nice. That's his Discord name. That's what we call the brother. But man, it could have brought me to tears that day, because it literally is what we stand for and what we're trying to build. It's the foundation of the pack, and for him to feel it so immediately, I see what we're doing only growing, and it's only cementing even further what we're doing. But basically, he was so moved by the value that he's received so soon within the pack that he offered to, because he's done a one-on-one with all of us. That's not a requirement, by the way, but we offer one-on-ones for pack members at discounted rates, and up to anybody for sure can click the link in our bios and get those one-on-ones. But he got so much value from each one of us individually, and we cemented the pack way, all unified messages, all different takeaways from each one of us. I'm sure pretty much the same message, but like different takeaways. You can learn the same thing from somebody else that you've been hearing a million times, but it just sticks different with different people. But anyway, the brother felt so much value, he had to pay it forward. He offered to pay for the next 5 free one-on-ones between us, amongst the pack members. And not only that, then once that started, just a cascade, a little avalanche of gratitude started, followed behind him, and other pack OGs and other members wanted to donate as well towards this cause. So we got a nice little raffle going right now. We're only doing 10 spots. We want to keep it small, keep it light, and but man, trust me, we could have done more. The value is felt within the pack, and the love is mutual, and we're growing and we're getting it together. So it's not going to stop no time soon, that's for sure.
Hey, big shout outs to some of our OG members. Big shout out to Quilla Boy. Big shout out to Sin. Big shout out to Nice again. Am I missing anybody? Oh, Goose. Big shout out to Goose.
I think Ox.
Yeah, another new family member there. Yep.
You got Ox, Boy, Sin. Shout out to that boy Sin Trade.
Yeah, shout out to Sin, man.
And from Alphapack, we really appreciate y'all, and that's why we do what we do. We're glad that we could really make an impact like that, and much love to y'all for wanting to pay it forward to y'all peers.
Yeah, man. One thing, so for us, to be the biggest thing that I love about this community, it's always been about social proof. Whenever you really look at it, like they speak volumes for us. Like, if you look at, there's another group, the creator of the Strat, Rob Smith, in his community, they do a weekend show where they bring about a guest, and to my understanding, the episodes that we have had, the mine, and then I think the round table out. So I've been the only member who's been on there. We got another one getting ready to come up. We've broken the record for how many viewers that they've had. And our pack members are always going to show up to support each other. Like, I pride ourselves on community, because I see how the individuals get together outside of 9 o'clock in the morning to 4 Eastern in the evening. So it's pretty dope to be surrounded by such amazing people. But I would say that that character in itself reflects the individuals that we've been lucky enough to surround ourselves with. But the winners of the free one-on-one, those coaching strategy sessions that Legacy was just speaking of, we're going to announce those winners at the end of the call. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into market update and kind of give you guys
one second, FICO, man.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Shouts out to the pack, man. Bless them with a wolf, man. Bless them with a wolf howl, brother. Shouts out to the pack. Hey, I thought you were going to use the soundboard, but hey, that's even better.
Hey, shout out to the pack, man. But let's go ahead and get this market update out of the way. Man, a lot of green across the board. You're gonna notice between SPY, QQQ, Dow, Russell, a lot of aggression coming after the information about CPI data that was very favorable to what the investors would like to see in terms of the environment that they want, that makes them feel confident to keep continuing to put their money in the market. Subsequently, it's interesting that when retail got the most bearish, that is when institutions got the most bullish. So being on the opposite side of that trade, honestly, yeah, don't get caught lacking. I put it that way. And there's a multitude of ways that you cannot get caught lacking. First thing you want to do is go to www.alphapacktrading.com, because you definitely gonna want to tap in with us, because we can show you exactly how to navigate and where the money resides. But now we go ahead and look at QQQ. We got full time frame continuity. Here I am taking a look at a 2-month chart, because the quarter, we kind of get an idea where those targets are going to lie after this. But we have a lot of things that are either setting up 2-2 reversals, like we just see here with QQQ, even though that 2-month is not actionable signal. We don't really have actionable signals for the most part on the higher time frames, but we have reversals nonetheless. If we take a look at Dow, the Dow, we are inside up right now on the 2-month. We've already done a 212 off the month. It's already flown through target. So the first target, most people will get confused and they be like, oh, do I like take profit at target? Depends on how much time you got, and depends on if you trust what you see and if you want to swing. I know a lot of individuals will post charts hindsight saying, wow, look at that bounce at the bottom of the broadening formation. That's how you do it. We don't hindsight trade over here. If we post it, we're in it, period. But as far as the Dow is concerned, inside up on the 2-month, about to trigger and pull a 122. As if you know, strat code, target is going to be high, all-time high on the Dow. So that's very interesting considering where we're at. Let's see. And the Russell 2-2 reversal on the 2, setting up a crazy move back up to about 212. 212 on the month, full time frame continuity across the board. All right, so let's go ahead and try to fly through the sectors real quick. We see 4 indices, all full time frame continuity. So you're going to see pretty much the same thing. So I'll just fly through them. With materials, full time frame continuity across the board from the 2-month to quarter on down. So pretty much the only thing not green would be the year on pretty much every sector. Seemingly in SPY for the most part. We'll just see if we're correct on that. XLC, same situation, full time frame continuity to the upside. 212 on the month, still has not hit target yet. Looks like we have a failed 2 down on energy on the 2-month. After that 3, looking like a 322 incoming on the month. That's some my attention is lying at the moment. Target would be all-time high. Wait, is that all-time high on XLE? Don't want to misspeak. No, it is not. So we're going to get back over that $90 range if things move in force. And then after that, you are dealing with high time frames. So you can take a look at the 6-month if you believe that you still see application for this to get even longer, not just pause. So let's see, full time frame continuity there on XLE. XLF, full time frame continuity. I like the move it's making on the 2-month. Just hit target. Looks like today, honestly, on the month, 2-2 reversal, hit there, about to hit outside 2-month. Crazy bullish candle on the week. I know people that did one-on-ones with me, I showed them that I was very bullish on XLF, but I don't know if I was looking at the right stocks over there. I'm in Citibank, but it is not moving like Resumes, JP Morgan. So definitely going to assess to figure out where I can put my money at in XLF, because it is moving. Outside 2-month on XLI, as you can see here, 4 weeks straight, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, big green full time frame continuity. XLK, Tech. Since Boss Gang first brought up Tech Week, has Tech not been 2 up on the week? Look at it. Hammer Week, 3, 2, 1, 2, gone. Since he brought it up, has not looked back. Had a slight TTO on which it hit like the 50% of the previous week, back around the end of July, and has been boogieing ever since. Let's look at XLP, one of my favorite sectors. We're inside up on the 2-month. Green on the month, full time frame continuity to the upside with an inside week currently. It did not obviously break over that high, so you get a lot of sideways movement there, looking like it could be cooking up to move higher. Real estate, great move on the week after a 2-1-2 week down here. Big strong move. Looking like we're going to be going into a 2-2 reversal, moving into the highs. As you can see here, if you just look at the range, a lot of these stocks have not hit their midway point for the higher macro range. XLU, 2-2 reversal on the 2-month, 2-1-2 reversal on the month, getting out of here. Like, it's just vertical movement. A lot of these, if you notice these sectors in the week, ever since they took out the low of the year and then immediately opened July, like we have been pointing out, new 6-month candle, uncoupling, new continuity, you're going to get new behavior from institutions. Though nothing has changed economically, it does not matter. Do not overthink this process. If we fail one side of the range and we get reversal, you're going to want to play bottom of the broadening formation back to the other side. Along the way, you're going to want to draw all the broadening formations from your macros to see where you could potentially bump your head along the way. We play options. We deal with time. So if we look at healthcare, full time frame continuity over there, and we look at XLY, full time frame continuity there as well. Boss Gang VIP. Now, we're getting ready to reach options expiration for August. What does the almanac tell us about this particular week and the historical significance of it?
Appreciate it. So mid-August is typically stronger than the beginning and end of August. Monday before August expiration, the Dow has been up 16 of the last 26 trading sessions, an average of 0.2%. We expect Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to all be very bullish. August expiration day, less bullish lately. The Dow has been down 7 of the last 11 trading sessions and down 531 points, or 3.1% in 2015. This week we do have FOMC minutes. We have retail sales month over month. We have some existing home sales. I know last week we mentioned that there was a ton of strength in XLE and materials, XME, XLB, and those pretty much led the way this week. We had a lot of strength in financials and genomics as well. So the overall market looks very, very bullish. So I would expect that. But at the end of the day, we're gonna put ourselves in the right position to find where the money resides. Back to you, Fico.
Appreciate that, Boss Gang. Let's see, investing for legacy. What you got for the gang this week, my guy?
Wait till you hear this out, brother. I'm gonna go crazy for the pack and the YouTube family, like I do, like we do. So I'm gonna start it off with. I'm gonna say that one. I'm gonna give it to YouTube though. I'm gonna start it off with MRO. Man, we are definitely liking. I'm sure my brothers agree. We are liking oil setup going into next week. They're looking good. With MRO, I see it right below a weekly broad information, so I want to see that 212 break to the upside, and I really want to see it close strongly back above. What is that, about $24.65, $25? Like, once I see it back up there and closing above there, some higher time frames, I'll be confident that it'll be using that broad information as support at that point. But I'm liking MRO. You did point out that it's options expiration week. I did not equate that. Like we have noticed and learned and observed from our brother Resume, oil typically gets clapped at the during options week. But trust me, if they want to switch things up a bit, we will be ready to eat off oil during this week, and we'll be ready. So I like an entry on MRO above 24.65. Next, let's keep it moving. I'm still very bullish on industrials right now. XLI, I'm loving XLI plays. Let's start with LMT, Lockheed Martin. I'm loving that too. I would not be surprised if I made some of my bros list this week. Lockheed Martin, looking very good. Love that bullish hammer week setup that it closed with. 2-1 full time frame continuity to the upside. I'm liking it's an inside month, but it's if we get that break above that week, we're about 70 cents above going to 2 up on the month too. So that's 2 triggers that pretty much come right after each other, right after the inside week and a 2 up on the month. Let me see that. Is that a reverse? Yep, a 2-2, a 3-2-2 rev on the month above that. So that's one of my favorite combinations. I just realized that's a 3-2-2. So I'm really looking forward to Lockheed Martin going into this week, actually. Next, I'm going to Activision, ATVI. So Activision, tech has been booming. We loving tech. What I'm seeing on Activision is triple inside day. That's 1 trigger. And boom, it's a 2-1 inside week set up on the week. And it's on the top of a weekly broad information that's using as support at this point. It's moving in force. Nothing to not like about this chart, if you ask me, for sure. I'll be watching Activision for that triple inside day. Great for a entry. I'm liking them a lot. Next thing I want to bring up is Cat. I'm sorry. I actually wanted to bring up Cat after I brought up Lockheed Martin. Realized to understand that these are still in the same sectors. Cat is also an industrial play that I'm bullish on right now. So Cat, want to bring that up. It's a double inside week, looking scrumptious.
I'm in that thing.
Man, I'm not surprised, my boy. That thing is looking beautiful. FICO is a veteran trader, so I'm just not surprised that he was able to hold through that consolidation with 2 weeks of consolidation. And like he knows what he's doing. Trust me, I'm sure he added to it, if anything, at the right time. Ready for that nice meal. But I'm loving Cat for the double inside week. It also has a day, week, and a 2-week break at the same time. Entry above 196.97. That's gonna be some fire. Loving that as well. So we see the strength behind industrials. Those are 2 fire industrial plays to be watching out. I got a couple more before I pass it to my brother Cam. I got one I'm gonna save for last. I want to bring up FTNT, another fintech play. No, not a fintech, another tech play. Sorry about that. Supporting that electronic technology. Oh man, 3-1 setup on the week. Looking very good. I'm a Chicago man myself, Chicago boy for about. So I'm loving that. I want to see that 3-1-2 entry. Favorite zip code for sure. It's a 3-1-2 setup on the day and the week. So nice gap above on the daily time frame, all the way up to $60, $61. So that's some nice money there for sure. Wait on those entries. Last thing I want to bring up, FICO, man, you ready for this one, brother? I think you're going to like this chart when soon as you pull it up.
Let's go.
It's an material play too, so it's a sector that we're bullish on right now, heavy. NEM. That thing is looking like some money on the reversal, boy. Beautiful PMG on the setup on the, what is that? That's the week? Yeah, yep, that's the week. Yep. Yeah, that thing is at the bottom of a monthly broadening formation, inside week, hammer week. On a point and control, all of the pack sauce, all the pack, man, what makes up a beautiful meal for the Alphapack is definitely, I'm liking NEM a lot. Like I said, we get those XLB and those XME plays doing what we know they got plenty of more room to do. I like NEM on this reversal all the way to take out that PMG on the weekly. So I'll be getting some time on this one for sure. I like NEM. So I'm a blessed. I was gonna say that for the Alphapack only, but I got plenty of more only for them. And I know my brothers do. So back to you, Cam. Finish these people, man.
Let's go.
What's good, family? Let's get it. We just gonna get straight right into it. Alright, so we got AMAT. If you in the pack, you know how I feel about AMAT. AMAT, super fire setup. We're gonna take AMAT to the moon. This is one of them nice little semi plays. We went outside week. Nice hammer on the outside week. We got a little gap to move on the volume profile. I can see this one exploding. Definitely trying to get it to at least 120, but I think we're gonna explode past that. So we got AMAT. That's a nice one. Next one we're gonna look at, we got MGM. I know my brother Earl has been messing with WIN. We're gonna take a look at MGM. MGM, nice hammer inside week. I think We're going to continue to the upside in the gambling sector as well as just in the travel industry as a whole. If you can see last week, there was a lot of chop. It ended the day with a nice hammer day inside. I think that we're going to finally break this chop to the upside, so we're going to look for that on MGM. One that was on my watch list call last week that actually didn't trigger all the way is TCOM. TCOM is still trying to get up out of some chop, but we still monitoring it. Just want to mention this one. As soon as we break that chop at around 27.40, this one is off to the races. Don't miss out on that one. We're sitting right on the volume profile. We just need to get that extra push. Another one we're looking at, MU, Micron. Micron also able to go outside weak. We're going to play that 3-2 rev from the volume profile. We got a nice volume gap here. We're going to get this one at least to the 72 range. So like an MU. Next one we going. Now this one, actually, I'm gonna say this one for the pack. Yeah, I'm gonna say that one for the pack. We got Go EV, Super Fire, back-to-back outside weeks. It was able to get up out of that range this week. Sitting right on the point of control on the week. This one, yeah, watch this one because this was one of them cheap ones. And as you see with AMRS, it don't take a lot. We also are setting up a nice 312 rev to the upside on the month. So just watch this one. This one could be fire. And then last but not least, another one that I preach a lot, Paramount, PARA. This one, we're finally breaking the range. And if you see where this one could go, we sitting right on the volume profile. Just trying to take this 322 week out of this range to the upside and really explode. This one, I'm telling you, the underlying stock does not have to move, but your contracts will go ballistic. And that's all that matters. How much chicken can we get? This one is always 1,000% potential anytime I get into it. So, hey, let's get the chicken, man. We're going to pass the ball to my boy, Resume. You up next.
Pass that ball to Boss Gang.
My turn, nigga.
Well, y'all got me good.
What's good, Boss Gang?
Yeah, we about to kill him. Hey, I said, man, last week we had this past week, like I said, we had stocks underlying that went up over 100%. Week before we had like Carvana and we had all kind of stuff, coins. So we always trying to set the standard real high. And so we're gonna see what we can do this week. I'm starting us off. Weyerhaeuser. Let's take a look at it. Love the setup. Double inside month, inside week. Pretty clean on this one. Pretty clean entries above $36.91 on Weyerhaeuser. Another one I played before. I always say not Venus and Serena, but Williams. So WMB. Looking for entries on WMB over $34.20. Another one I'm going to be looking for FE. Got a pretty clean setup on FE. Going to be looking at entries on FE above $40.85. The next ticker I am going to be looking at is CHGG. CHGG. So taking the day entry on this one on a 312. First entry $22.70. I got a weekly entry at $23.92. Next ticker I am going to be looking at is SRNE. Sorrento Therapeutics. We've got a big run in genomics, so we're going to see what this one can do. Got my level set at $2.65 for entry. Tons of magnitude. Another one I know my man Cam G will be familiar with. This one is HIMX, HIMX. So I have a day entry on HIMX above $7.63. And I have a weekly entry on HIMX above $7.75. The next ticker I'm going to look at is an airline, UAL. I have two different entries on UAL. I have one above $39.49 on the day, and another above $39.86 on the week. The last ticker for YouTube for this week is kind of an outlier, and that is going to be BlackBerry BB. And on BB, BlackBerry, I have entry above 686 on the day and 715 on the week. So let's see how we do. So to finish it out, we got Mr. Check My Resume. It's on you, man. Let's get it.
Let's get it. What's good with it, Pack fam? It's your boy Resume. We're about to get into these plays for the week. Man, it's just been a hell of a run these last 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, even by our standards. So, it's an opportunity for us to kind of put the pedal to the metal and keep it going. Don't get complacent. Don't start feeling yourself trying to get tricky with setups and trades and not following the script. That's what will set you back, 2 steps after moving forward, 3 steps or a step, So I think for us, we got to stay consistent with our process, the trades that we're selecting and how we're executing on the trades. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get into these plays. We got to get into the plays. So the first one I have on my list is Coinbase. COIN is the ticker on coin. A couple things I'm looking at here. We got a couple triggers. We're still inside on the quarter, but we are 2 up on the month. And we finished the week inside, but we essentially filled the gap yesterday, and off that gap fill, we kind of pushed up today on the daily. So we're looking at a couple triggers. First one I'm looking at is on the day. We got a Chicago here 312 above 92.48. And then also on the week, we have a 212 bullish continuation here above 103.55. And so that's Coinbase, first ticker on my list. Next one here, we're going to keep going, is Penn Gaming, PENN. So Penn Gaming, first couple things here we want to point out. We are still inside on the quarter, so just want to point that out. And we are 2 up on the month. I guess you could say we're in force right now, but we are 2 up on the month, and then also we are inside on the week. So we have an inside week currently for an entry, looking for a 212 above $38.14. And also we are in force on the day. So we're looking for this week entry before this thing takes off. We're looking at this one to take it possibly back above $40 would be what I'm thinking here. Next one here, and this one here is we're thinking for a long swing on the bullish side. And that is AMD with the chips. We already know the Chip Investment Act passed. Biden signed that into law. So we are looking for AMD to continue its move to the upside. So we had a little TTO on the week. So a couple setups here I want to point out. First of which is on the day. We finished today inside. So we're looking for a 212 on the day above 101.40 for Monday. And then also on the week, we also are inside on the week. And we are looking to, this actually looks like a Momo hammer. We're looking for an inside bullish continuation, a 212 above 102.37, and that's AMD. And we have fundamentals and policy that is supporting this move to the upside. So this is, I don't want to say the word safe, but this is about as good as you're going to get in terms of a play that has fundamentals as well as policy behind it. So AMD as well as just chips in general, I think we've called it and alerted NVIDIA, ON Semiconductors, SMH. We've alerted all of these for long swings. So if you're still in those, be cool. It's all good. So that's AMD. Moving along, that bro Cam pointed out MGM. I definitely feel good about that one and agree. So keep it going. Skip that. We're going to get into eBay and discretionaries really quick. Want to talk about eBay. This is one of my favorites to play. We are still inside on the quarter, but we were so far down in the bottom of that range. Even with the upside move, we still got some room to move to the upside on the quarter. We are 2 up on the month. And so, which brings me to the couple setups that I'm looking at here. First of which, we're looking at the inside day today. Very strong inside day. Closed at Closed at 49.44. We are looking for a entry on the day of 312 above $49.48. I'll be looking to take this one above the $50 range. But if you move down to the week, also we've closed very strong on the week inside. Looking for a 212 bullish continuation above $49.52. And I'm looking to take this one up to about the $55 range. So I see this eBay just for an easy trade. We could potentially push a little further than that, but I have $55 in my sights right now. So that's eBay. So keep it going here. Just to touch on, you guys talked about Caterpillar and industrials. Definitely agree there. You know what? LMT is also another one. I'm actually in LMT currently. I alerted this one a couple of weeks back. So we're still in those positions, just waiting. We have September expirations on LMT. So definitely like that my bro is agreeing there on LMT, because that is something I'm watching for this week. So let's jump into staples really quick. First one I want to talk about is Pepsi. First thing I'm looking at on Pepsi, actually a couple things. We are 2 up on the quarter and we are 2 up on the month. And so that tells me we've got continuity to the upside and we are in force. Moving down to the week, we have an entry here on the week. We got a very strong inside candle that closed right at 177.33, which is the price, the high, not the high of the week, but that's the closing level. So we're looking for a 212 continuation, bullish continuation above 177.38 on Pepsi. And again, we've got the macros as well as continuity in force. So feeling very good about that Pepsi setup there. And first, I want to jump into Coca-Cola, and then I'll get into energy. The next ticker here is KO, Coke. This is one of the pack favorites, the Coke boys. You know how we do. First off, we're looking at the day. We got an inside day currently. Inside week, we are 2 up on the month, but red. We opened the month at 64.09, so we got about 39 cents to reach to take the month back green, and we are still inside on the quarter, and I would expect the quarter to remain inside, just how the last quarter's high was. So first setup I'm looking at is the shy on the day, 312 above $63.76. And then also going down to the week, we are looking for a bullish continuation on the week above $63.99. And that's Coke, and that'll be taking that one back into continuity. And we flip the month back green, shortly after the trigger point. So, you take this Coke trade, it moves in force. You'll be back in full time frame continuity in no time. I did want to point out energy, just like my boy Legacy did. I'm not going to point out too many tickers. I'll put those on my watch list, but there is one in particular I wanted to point out, and that is XOM. And on XOM, just wanted to point out a couple levels. We are inside on all time frames. So first off, inside on the quarter, inside on the month, we are close to a monthly trigger. So we're looking for a 2-2 rev on the month above 97.52. We're only about $3.5 away from that trigger. And then the trigger that I'm looking at to take entry here is the week and potentially the day. But the week trigger, we've got a 212 above 94.30. And then on the day, if you wanted an earlier entry, you could take that 212 on the day above 94.02 for XOM. I have a couple other energy tickers, but I'm not, for the sake of time, we're not going to jump into those. And also want to point out Tesla, TSLA, Tesla. So I see a potential setup here on Tesla. Couple things I'm looking at on Tesla here. We are still inside on the quarter. But similar to Coke, we're 2 up on the month, but we are red, so we need to get back above 903.83 to take the month back green. We had a very interesting day today. We went outside day, and I'm looking for this TTO on the week here for a reversal back up above 915.60 on Tesla. So what it appears to me is that we had a TTO, and we're gonna take the reversal back in for us, back into continuity.
So that's the watch list that we have for you all this week. Man, you know how you do. You got to act accordingly. Make sure you get those levels set. Make sure you get those alerts set on your charting software so that you are aware, when these triggers go off. Now, I just want to jump right into our 10 winners within Alphapack. Man, shout out to all the individuals once again that donated, and all y'all 10 need to give them a personal thank you as well. All right, so we have Tanisha Bell, Mr. Motown, Nearest Bailey, I believe, Ruth Camp, Monty Bueller, Joshua DeBard, Joe Klauka, my guy Joe K, Georgina Rodriguez, Melissa McKeldin, and Charles Barrage. Those are our 10 winners. We'll be contacting you. Congrats to you 10. Man, please take advantage of these one-on-ones. We'll be contacting you soon. Obviously, we have necessary information to give you the details moving forward here over the weekend to get you scheduled for your one-on-one. Now, before we get out of here, bros, do y'all have anything for the pack? I mean, they've been acting accordingly this week. We didn't have typically a lot of the same newbie questions that we had the past week, so I like to see that. A lot of growth and improvement, and a lot of people's making chicken. Anything before they go enjoy the weekend?
I'll say what I'll start with man. Don't be scared, man. Don't be scared, man, because the Bulls have been running wild. Come on and just know to have your signals, have your plays, have your plans, and take part of this. Take part of this money being made, man. Looking good in crypto right now, over 1 trillion, back over 1 trillion. It's the money. Money is flowing back into markets, and if by the time you're not scared enough to come back from whatever loss or whatever mental block you got going on, is going to you're going to be left holding the bag. So it's just about don't be scared, man. That's how I'm gonna leave it at that.
I agree. No room for fear over here.
Yeah, I mean, for me, and thank you for that. Yeah, right. And to eliminate that fear, man, consistent process will give you consistent results. And so focus on the process that you need to take for you to be a successful and consistent and profitable trader. Focus on that. All the rest will fall into place. And I'm turning it over to you, boss gang.
Yeah, we just gonna do what we always do. Find where the money resides. We're gonna make sure we're giving ourselves the best opportunity to win each and every time we decide to invest our money. So we're gonna put in our work. We're gonna draw broad information. We're gonna analyze our contracts, and we're gonna keep this real simple. We're not gonna overthink. Stocks can only go up, down, or sideways. It's literally that simple. Just gotta figure out which way it's going, and figure out how long you think it's going to take to get there. Position yourself accordingly.
Absolutely. Well, bros, it's been a wonderful week. About to get up out of here. Enjoy the weekend. Like we told them, make sure they stay. Gotta avoid the great value stratters. Get offline. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, click the notification bell. And until we see you again, be easy. Peace.
Peace, Pack fam.